that was rolling, but then the way you came crashing down.
엄마
Maybe I was so controlling,
있어 지금.
but I was nearly about to drown. Forgive me, baby, 'cause I need you now. Need all your love. I need all your love.
할 수 있어.
그래, 엄마랑 같이 닦아?
버리고 있어서.
그래, 그럼 여기 준우가 가지는 거 여기다 놔둘게.
그래서 지금 우리가 몇 개 먹는 거야? 세지를 못해. 11개?